And here we are. We now have the data put in our worksheet. Now we're ready to do some basic calculation though. So the first one we'll do, we will sum up the income numbers by month. So the first one is in January. We will select B6, and now we have a choice to sum these numbers, for example, which would make sense. The easiest way to do it is do it through what Excel calls a function, which is a predefined formula where Excel does the calculation for us. All we have to do is select the function and then select a range, which is adjacent cells that you range of cells that you want to put into the function. Sum is a very common one, so what Excel does, you usually have it within your ribbon within Home tab. So you select this, and what it does, it automatically Excel selects the range of adjacent cells that are numeric above us for in this example. And you see here you have an equal sign placed right away, which is something that you see in formulas and functions, the function itself, and then within parentheses you have the range captured. And all you have to do is hit enter. It's as simple as that. And then we can use the crosshair. We select the pointer here and then fill it all the way. So what it does, Excel in this case, it actually copies the formula, but it copies it in such a way that it actually references the appropriate cells. So in this example, when we're on a B6, notice how the formula function is actually using B4 and B8 range. When you go to the next cell, we are on C6. Now it's referencing C4 through C5 and so forth, which is exactly what you want. You didn't want to copy this hard-coded number itself. Now we can do the same here, and we will simply click on the sum. You see how it knows the numeric data is all the way through the first text. It captures that in a range. You hit enter and then you fill it again. You know, sum function is very efficient, so is the fill. It's very accurate, obviously. It's going to do it every time the same way. What we also can do is net, where we want to subtract the expenses from the income. This time we can't use the function, we will actually use the formula, the calculation itself, where you can manually define what you want in your cell to happen. So to do that, again, hit equal sign, and then we want to subtract this number from this number. There are a number of ways we can do it. You can literally select the cell. By doing that, you see that B17, it appears in the formula box right here. Then, well, actually I'm making a mistake here. We want to select the income. So you can simply delete and correct your error. So I want B6, the income number, and then you put minus and then select B17, which is the expense. And now you know that you are subtracting expense from the income. And that's it. You can certainly type this in manually if you want. Hit enter, and then we again copy the formula by fill. And you see here that we have one number that's negative, and the reason why that's happening is because we have expense right here that's bigger than the actual income, and that's why we have a negative cash flow in this case. What we are still missing is maybe a total across these categories, so we can put in a new total category right here on top. Same here. And notice what happens when we select function sum. It looks where it can find the range of numbers. It's to the left. Put enter, and here we are. We can fill it in, and it works again the way it's supposed to work. Maybe a little trick to show you: when you have a number of some functions that you need to put in, you can highlight everywhere where you want it to be and then hit sum, and it just automatically calculates for all of them. And then we want to do the last one as well. And here it is. We just did the first data input as well as calculation using formulas and function, and now we're going to move on to formatting.